So today I'm going to be forcing myself to talk about physics until my roommate comes in through that door right there. He's my brand new roommate. These glasses are not going to work. They reflect the light. And I look beautiful. And, jeez, I'm blocking my computer screen, but it's fine. He just moved in today. So he's having family dinner, so I assume he's going to be back soon. And if he's not, it's just going to be a really long YouTube video. So starting off, I have my formula sheet. I don't want to show it because I'm going to show it, the bottom of it. You see that? Little mouse ate it. Just joking. But what do we have? Starting off easy. Kinematics. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a train going by. SOHCAHTOA. Let me tell you something. Oh, this is not my room, by the way. This is actually my other roommate's room, but he's not here. So, SOHCAHTOA. The S means sine. The C, cosine. And the T, tangent. And you use that to solve triangles and shit. And you can make a lot of triangles, like when you're trying to find friction force, right? The force of gravity is acting in two vectors. And so to find the upwards, you have to use cosine, I think. Yep, to find the north force, you have to use the mass times gravity times the cosine of an angle. And the angle, well, it depends on the angle. Actually, no, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. I was going to say if there's no angle, you don't have to use cosine, which is true. But, you know, if you're going to be using the equation, you always have to have an angle in the first place. And then when you're using the sine function is for when you're trying to find the horizontal. And you can use that with triangles. So fun fact, when I started this class, this physics class, I forgot trig because I kind of, cheated my way through online math. Don't quote me on that or get me in trouble. But basically, I did photo math because I mean the tests they were taken online and I could just like photo math it. This was actually before ChatGPT could upload pictures or Gemini, so I have to actually do math for some of it. But fun fact, if you divide the sine by the cosine, you get the tangent, I think. Yep. And then kinematics. The way you can find the average speed, not just speed, is to divide, the total distance, boom, divided by your total time. And that can be found with a little triangle sign. And the triangle means displacement. So your final subtracted by your initial. And no, wait, I ignored displacement. But the little triangle, which I think stands for delta. I know that because my friends did tri-delt. What's their hand sign? It should be this. I remember I did like a hand sign one time. This might be KD. I don't know, but I did a hand sign in front of my tri-delt friend, and she was like, "No, don't do it. No, you're doing it wrong. Like, this is not a triangle. This is clearly a triangle." Anyways, that's my spiel. Delta, and then ignore the back of my head. You also have, don't look at my stuff. Don't look at my stuff. Okay, don't look at my stuff. What is that? It's my cheat sheet. I'm allowed to write whatever I want on it, okay? Don't hate on me. And then delta S, S stands for distance for some reason, divided by the radius, delta, what is that? Angular displacement. Let me go in order. Delta X stands for displacement, and X minus the final distance minus your initial distance gives you X. And you can take the X and you can throw it into the velocity, average velocity. Delta X divided by delta T gives you average of your V. Delta T divided by T gives you V. This is so stupid. And you can find your regular A by just dividing your final velocity minus your initial velocity. And you can find that if you divide by your final T minus your initial T. And that's all the easy stuff. And then I wrote down all the kinematic equations because my teacher said that the one on the paper is kind of wrong for some reason. So I wrote down new ones. Delta X, which is trying to find your distance, your total distance, can be found using the initial velocity times the delta T, so the change in the time, plus half of your A, so half of your acceleration. A lot of people moving in today. Multiplied by your delta T squared. I always forget the little square at the end. And when you're trying to find the T, you got to use a quadratic formula, which if you don't have this little handy dandy stud thing, boom, 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 quadratic formula. Look at this. It's so cool. A lot of people don't have this, so they will just fail the class. So I don't think I have any. I have some problems as we've done solve. I don't really want to. Where was I? Quadratic. And I can solve it on here, and it just tells me what it is. And I showed that to my friend, and he's like, how can I get that? I'm like, you can't. Sorry, bud. I paid money for it because for that, I got it. Jeez. So many loud noises. I got it for my ACT class. And then the second kinematic equation is delta X, parenthesis, and VF plus VI. This is so dumb, but I have to do it anyways, so might as well. Divide by 2, and then you multiply it by the delta T. Pencils down. Oh, the trade deadline happened. The Chicago White Sox got Joey Bart. Cool. The third kinematic equation is to find your final velocity squared. You have to equal it to your initial velocity squared plus 2 times your acceleration times your delta X. And then the fourth kinematic equation is, I actually don't know what it is because the little mouse, remember the mouse from earlier, ate it. But I do know that it's final velocity, not squared, equals your initial velocity plus the acceleration times the time. Actually, I'm gonna have to check if you have to square it because I lost it. But that's all the kinematic stuff. And then some of the equations that I wrote down that aren't actually on this piece of paper is the range formula, which is your distance is equal to the initial velocity squared times the sine of 2 times your angle divided by the gravity. Back to the top, delta S, which stands for distance, is equal to the radius times the delta of an angular displacement, and your tangential slash linear speed is equal to the radius times W, and W stands for angular velocity, and angular velocity can be found by 2 pi times your F. F stands for frequency, frequency, or your delta theta divided by delta T, and theta is angular displacement. And ignore that. I'm bored. I haven't come back, so I can be done. Angular acceleration equals delta W divided by delta T. Tangential acceleration, I think that's what that is equal to the radius times your angular acceleration. Centripetal acceleration is equal to two things: your velocity, your tangential velocity squared divided by the radius, or it's equal to your angular velocity squared times the radius. And then there's two ways technically to solve the tangential linear speed bullshit, and it's the second one, which is harder, is 2 pi the radius divided by the period. We'll get to period in a second, which is equal to 2 pi the radius times the frequency, also equal to 2 pi radius times the frequency. And the period can be found with 1 over f, which is very important for oscillations, which is on the back. And another way that you can solve your angular acceleration is to equal it to the force, which we haven't gotten to forces yet, times the radius divided by your moment of inertia. And for some reason I have T written up there, which I don't know what that means. And your angular acceleration can be found in 4 ways, and I don't want to read them off, but I'm going to. Angular displacement is equal to your starting angular displacement plus your starting angular velocity times your time plus half of your angular acceleration times your time squared. Same thing with the other one, the quadratic equation. And W, which is angular velocity, is equal to W angular velocity, initial angular velocity, plus angular acceleration times time. Angular displacement is equal to initial angular displacement plus angular velocity plus your initial angular velocity, so I guess the final angular velocity plus your initial angular velocity, divided by 2 and then multiplied by your time. Your W, again, which is angular velocity, is equal, now angular velocity squared, your final is equal to your initial angular velocity squared, again, plus 2 times your angular acceleration times your delta angular displacement. You feeling smarter? I'm not. Who the hell is going to watch this? 1 centimeter is equal to 0.01 meters. Very important to know. 1 revolution is equal to 2 pi the radians. Gotta switch your calculator for that one, big dog. And then finally, that's all the kinematics. But they come back because for like forces, you gotta apply some of the kinematic equations to the force. Speaking of forces, here we go. the sum of all the forces, which could be the force, tension, friction, is equal to the mass times your acceleration, and the m can be multiple masses, I think. Actually don't know. That's not good. And if you're in static equilibrium, so if it's just like a piece of string, imagine I'm holding a piece of string and it's just sitting there, it's in static equilibrium, it's equal to 0. It's not equal to ma. And, oh, the force of gravity, I forgot about that big one. Force of gravity, which is equal to mg. And then this one literally has not come up in any problems. So if it comes up on my final exam, I will be pissed. Let me get that door in frame. Or not. So if it does, I'm screwed. But the big FG is also equal to m1, which I guess is mass, times big G, which apparently, oh, and no, gravity is 9.8 meters per second. Big G is, where's big G? The gravitational constant, which is equal to 6.67. I'm 21 years old, times 10 to the negative 11th power Newton meters squared, kilograms squared. A lot of words, a lot of words. Do you want to hear my Stitch impression?
Oh, Hannah means family. Oh, Hannah means family. Bigly boss. Big. I'm gonna do a big.
Where was I?
G that's in the term.
I don't know what this means, actually. I've never gotten a question that's asked this. It's G, but it's in 2 lines. Someone comment down below what this means before I take my final exam. It's equal to big G, which I'm guessing is the gravitational constant of 6.67 mass divided by the radius squared. And then super fun, moment of inertia. It's just, moment of inertia is just how much force is being acted on the whole thing. I think. I don't really know how to explain it, to be honest. But that's equal to the sum of your mass times your radius squared. All of them. And then the force of the spring, which I actually don't. I had a really cool, when people were moving in, one of my physics lab partners, which I was never partnered with her once, but she's kind of scary, to be honest. Like, talking with her, I talked to her once. She probably doesn't even remember it. It was at the very beginning of the semester. I don't know what the hell this thing is. It's my roommate's. He must have made it. What was I saying? And she, I think I just said hi to her. That's it. But where am I going with this? A force of a spring is equal. Oh, that's what it is. If I did see her in the hallway, I was gonna like make a joke if it went down the rabbit hole that I was hoping it would, which would be like if I saw her in the hallway, I'd be like, "Oh, what's up, blank? You ready for the physics exam?" And then she'd be like, "I think so. What about you?" And I would be like, "Does the force of spring constant equal negative ky?" And maybe she'd be like, "It doesn't." And I'll be like, "That's because I'm not ready." But the force of spring is equal to negative kx. That's why it's supposed to be funny. What is x? I don't know. I actually have to teach myself the springs. I keep putting it off because I don't want to do it. Hashtag relatable, huh? And then as I was talking about earlier, friction force, kinetic versus static. I don't get the point of kinetic or static, because the friction, it only matters about kinetic. Like if you want something to not slip down a hill and they give you the static and the kinetic friction, why would I use the static? I'm just gonna use the kinetic. That was on one of my exams, I got it wrong. That's why I'm pissed off about it, because I used static instead of kinetic. And one way you can find the static, not kinetic, I guess I've never tried that, is the mass times your maximum velocity squared divided by a radius. Oh, and total inertia can be found by adding up your inertias. So your I total equals I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6, and I7. Torque can be found by your radius or height, that's what I wrote here, times F or T times the sine of someone just texted me, sine of an angle, which is confusing because one time I asked ChatGPT, how do I do this question? And Gemini, shout out Gemini. And it responded to me and it said, you have to subtract the cosine angle by the sine angle. And I was like, what? What are we doing here? I got that question wrong. And the other way to find torque is the sum of your torque is equal to your moment of inertia times your angular acceleration, which usually is given. If it's not, I'm screwed. And to find the sum of the torque, if everything is in equilibrium, then it's just zero. What do you think this tastes like? You know, I learned, I don't know if you can see, there you go, right there, this thing. I watched a video of someone that was explaining how this worked, and I guess I just don't know. Smell review, let's see what it's. Where is it? Oh, it was not gone. It was the one that got my eye. Smells good. It smells like Lennon. John Lennon. That's not even a joke. That's someone's name. I don't know. I forgot when he left. This might be in it. What's that one girl that's on TikTok and she's super skinny? Sid. Comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. The table of moments of inertia, you can equal. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sorry, but there are 7 different types of moments of inertia. You have point mass, which is your moment of inertia, which equals your mass times your distance squared, which I don't know why it's distance, it's just radius. There's someone above me. Earlier when I was just hanging out, chilling, such an ugly haircut. I was just hanging out, I was just chilling in my room. No, I wasn't, I don't know why I lied there. I was chilling in the, what the hell do you call that living area? I was chilling in the living room, and Fuck. What was I saying? And they, it sounded like they dropped a piano. It was so loud, and it like reverberated in the same sense that a piano would, or like a really, really big guitar. One sec. It sounded like, I don't know if you can hear that. Also, I don't know why I just slammed my guitar. I love your guitar. This is also very important because I talk about oscillations and waves. Look, you bring it here. How far is the midpoint? Back here, and then down is. I hear someone walking. Maybe it's him. Fuck. It's a neighbor. I'm actually really interested in one of my neighbors because check this out. We'll get right back to physics, our normally scheduled physics. Check this out. I'm gonna blur the door. Okay. They put this up. I don't know, it might flip in the video, but it's a men's restroom sign. They put it on their front door. But the people moving in were women. I don't get it. It's weird to me. Why would you put that on your door? Anywho's. Oh, guitar. Actually, if we ever get to oscillations, we'll bring this bad boy in. Let's see if I still got it. Super out of tune. I'm also playing a song. That's all you get, little scumbag you. I'm so hungry, but I don't want to eat yet. One sec. I was gonna try and hang from that like a bat, but that's weird. I just ran to the door because I needed to see my neighbors, but I haven't seen them yet. I tried to catch them in the act, but they left too early. I'm not a creep, I promise. Moment of inertia. You have 7 types of inertia. Types of, how do I say that? I don't even know. Point mass, your moment of inertia is equal to your mass times your d squared. D squared. I wish my d was squared. No, I don't. Oh, there we go. Solid disk / cylinder. Is there a disk in here? There's no disk in here. I'm disappointed in you. Cylinder is equal to a moment of inertia cm, which stands for center of mass. I don't know. Is equal to 1/2 mr squared. Moving on. Ring, hollow cylinder. Your moment of inertia cm is equal to m, a radius squared. Your uniform rod through its center is equal to moment inertia cm equals 1/12 ml squared. I don't know what the difference between L and R is, because it's still the radius. Uniform. I hear people. think it's them. There's people like. Damn it, I should have ran to the door. It wasn't him, though. Uniform rod through one end of the rod, or something, is equal to the moment of inertia equals 1/3 mass times L, again, squared. Solid sphere is equal to I'm just going to keep saying that, Cm equals 2/5 mr squared. Hollow sphere is equal to ICM equals 2/3 mr squared. Fluids. Gonna be honest, don't know it. And that's kind of scary because when I took a practice exam, there was a fluid question. I was like, fluids? Who cares about fluids? I have to teach myself that the night before my exam. But fluids forces for a uniform object only for uniform objects. The density is P, I don't know what P stands for, equals the mass divided by the volume. The pressure is equal to the force divided by the area. The delta, which you know what that is, delta pressure equals PGH. I didn't know that. Facebook, or F subscript B, is equal to P subscript FL V dispo. I had my thing on me, but it's gone. G. Energy is equal to big A, V equals A, V. And I don't know what either of those mean. Moving on to the backside. The backside. This is a good study. No, it's not really the right study. Work. Work. Do you think I can get high snuffing this? Do not deliberately concentrate and inhale contents. What are you, fun police? Do not puncture or incinerate container. Huh? Wasn't planning on it. Do not expose to heat or store at temperatures above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. The container just might explode. Yo, look what time it is. 6:07. They're at the door. The door. Did you check the door? I'm so nosy, I have to check. There's no one there. I got really disappointed because I heard voices, but you couldn't see anyone. I don't know. I don't like when people do this. It kind of pisses me off when they do that. It happened once in a lab. They were like, "Do you know how to do this?" They were like, or I was like, "I really don't." Oh, great. What did you just do there? What was that? Oh, let's hope that doesn't affect anything. Up next. It's not even up next. I even started talking about it. Work. kinetic and potential energy, but work is defined as equals F delta R radius. Cosine of, that's not theta, but the other one. You know what it is. I know, I'm proud of you for knowing it. Translational. I don't have a current impression. I don't have a current thing in my arsenal. I only have Stitch.
Translational energy is defined as kinetic translational energy is equal to 1/2 your mass times your velocity squared. The summation of work is equal to your delta K.
Morty. Morty. The K is equal to K. That's just ass. I don't have any accents. British. The K is equal to KT plus KR, which KR is the rotational kinetic energy, which is equal to 1/2 of your IW squared. Or W, whatever that is, whatever the fuck. I've done physics till my fucking hands have bled. Conservative work. Conservative work, that's like redneck work, you know. That's waking up at 3 a.m. to drive a truck for 4 hours kind of work. That's get your paws dirty, you know, your hands sweaty. People that do conservative work, they got rough ass hands, man. They got them grubby hands. That's equal to W conserve equals negative delta U, and U stands for potential. And gravitational work is defined, which if your friction is negligible, it could just be your straight up work, but it's equal to U, which stands for potential. Surprised you didn't know that. G equals mgh, mass times gravity times height. I'm surprised you did know that. For elastic work, I'm guessing conservative work, U of a spring is equal to 1/2 kx squared. And for non-conservative work, so gay work, WNC is equal to delta U plus delta K. Mechanical energy, your ME is equal to U plus K. U plus K. And then this has a name, but I haven't written it down, but UI plus KI plus WNC equals UFC, I lied, equals UF plus KF. And you can find velocity by the square root of 2gh, and h equals v2 divided by g2. And I wrote that in by myself because I'm goated. Fx, your average, the elevator, I heard the elevator ding. My bald PE teacher, who's the president of a school now, I don't know how he climbed the ladder like that, but he did. He would do, when I was in like 2nd grade, this trick where he was bald, so he would pull his head, but he was actually just moving his ears, and it would make it look like he had a string, and he'd be like, wait, pause, don't clip that. Don't clip that. But he would like put his hair on a string and it would like move back because his ears would move. Mechanical energy Fx average equals delta U divided by delta X. I don't know when we're going to use that because that has never come up once. Power is equal to energy divided by time, which equals W delta T. And that's working energy. That's all it is. It's all it is. Working energy. That's not all it is, but it's close. Momentum and collisions is linear momentum is defined as little arrow over the top of the letter P is equal to your mass times your velocity, which your velocity, to find it, is v1. So initial velocity minus your v0. Final, initial, v1, which is your final, minus your v0, which is your initial. And then linear, angular momentum or something, whatever the fuck, is equal, sorry, didn't even curse there, is equal to radius times momentum, which as previously defined, just in case you're taking notes, mass times velocity, times sine or cosine of theta. Ooh, good one. Get my cervical cracks in. Cervical? Yeah, cervical. Cervical thoracic. 7 cervical, 12 thoracic, 5 lumbar. Cereal at 7, turkey at 12, and lasagna at 5. Do you know how many nerves you have in your body? A lot. But the main ones, there's 12. That's 10 plus 2 for all of those counting. to take a family vacation, go Vegas and Hawaii. Optic, ocular motive. My bad. Olfactory, optic, ocular motive. Trochanter, trochlear. That's not right. to take accessory. to take a facial, vestibular, glossopharyngeal, or whatever. Vagus, that's the easiest one. Accessory, I already said accessory. Oh, fuck, what is it? Hypopharyngeal. Those are your 12 cranial nerves. Or cranial nerves? 12 main nerves. What was I trying to say? Anywho's momentum. Mo. Who's Mo and why is he momentum? Memento. Why is it called a memento and then momentum is moving? Memento. Momento. I'm so nosy, I just want to go look. P is equal to your initial P plus the summation of forces average divided, or times. I'm losing it. Dog. T. Angular momentum is defined as L equals IW, and I is moment of inertia, which we've discussed earlier. If you've been paying attention, good for you. Oscillations and waves. That's it. That's all you get. May the Lord help me. X is equal to the amplitude cosine angular velocity. T plus the angle of velocity can be found is equal to the angular velocity square root. This is scaring the fuck out of me. Edging. Who up edging their physics? Amplitude squared minus x squared v is equal to negative amplitude, angular velocities, the sign, parentheses, angular velocity times the time. And angular velocity is usually pi. It's not usually pi, but it can be pi. And if that's the case, you have to switch the note in your calculator to account for, instead of degrees, it's radians. A is equal to the negative amplitude, angular velocity squared times the cosine, parentheses, angular velocity t plus angle in parentheses, which is also equal to negative angular velocity squared times x or something, because that's also there. This is what I was talking about earlier. If for some reason you have watched this whole video and it makes sense, angular velocity is equal to 2 pi the frequency, which is equal to 2 pi divided by the t, which is period. And if you want to find the angular velocity of a pendulum, that is equal to the square root of g divided by L, and the W of just normal variety is equal to 2 pi f u. I literally wrote that twice for some reason. If you want to find m, fastest midpoint is at x equals 0. If you want to find the m midpoint of an arc, no, I don't know what that means, is equal to x equals negative d, x equals d. Traveling the waves, I literally don't know, so I'm not even going to try. Displacement of material, yx minus t equals amplitude sine 2 pi x over your wavelength minus 2 pi t over big T, little t, which at the time, period, plus angle, velocity of material. So I gotta know all this stuff for my exam. And for some reason, he's not back yet. Oh. Why is he not back yet? I'm kind of worried that I'm gonna hit the stop recording button, and it's gonna be like, there was a problem solving your, not solving, recording your recording. There's a problem recording your recording. Recording your recording, is that proper grammar? And this will all be for naught. It's a good review though. I haven't really looked over this in like a day, which is a lie. I looked over it literally this morning. Oh, I forgot about the back. Check this out. You want to know if they say east of north? I don't know. This is so dumb. Ugh, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. Oh, where is he, dude? Let's solve some problems, because I got nothing better to do. Don't worry, I'm back. And check it. It's my list. What is my list, you might ask? It's my betting list. So we have what to bet on, yes or no. Yes, Tommy Gunn McMillan. I love this kid. Truly incredible. No, all Chicago sports, because I've lost too much money betting on Chicago sports, and don't bet on your sports teams. That's what I say. Yes, Peyton Talbot. We go Peyton Talbot. Why do we go Peyton Talbot? Because he's goated. And if he wins, Frank Ocean drops his new music. And then that's a win for everybody. These are my nickels and dimes. Best times. No one gives a shit. No, Joe Pfeiffer. I don't like Joe Pfeiffer. He lost me money. This motherfucker. Yes, John Pork. We don't call John Pork Jonko, but, you know, who cares? No. Izzy. He's going to lose his next fight, so no. No to Jack Della Maddalena. No to Yuri. No to Sean Strickland. I think he will lose whoever he fights next because he's too high up in his mind or ass. No to Justin Gaethje. Whoever Justin Gaethje fights next, I think he's not going to have that American pride running through his veins. I think he's going to lose. No to Tom Aspinall, which is sad because I don't want him to lose to Cyril Gane. But it probably will happen if that does happen. No to Imanov. I think whoever Imanov, it's been too long since he's fought, he's going to lose. No to Sean O'Malley. I think he's going to fight Peter Yan, and I have, spoiler alert, Yan in my yes. No to All Soccer. It's boring. And no to Marab. I think Marab loses. Is that all in the nose? Yes to the heel hook guy. I forget his name. I have it written down as heel hook. Carlos Ulberg. You know, you tear your ACL once, it's fine. You tear it twice, not good. But he only tore it once, so we're all good. Yes to Pantoja. Yes to Fatima, that one woman that destroyed her opponent. Yes to Dracus du Plessis. Yes to Sean Brady. Yes to BSD. I think whoever he fights next, he's going to bounce back. Yes to Ankalaev. He looked incredible in his last fight. Yes to Peter Yan. And yes to Asadullah Mangazalaev. Damn. I can get rid of all this, sadly. So I will, so that I can do physics. And I can teach you physics. You, what is it called? You, the silent U? Undisclosed U? The emphasized U? That's my nickname in high school, the emphasized U. It actually wasn't, it was really crude. I had a lot of nicknames. All right. Perfection. These are all boring. Oh, this one's kind of interesting. I don't really think I know how to do it, so let's try it. A baseball player, focus now. A baseball player. Oh. Oh. This was literally working yesterday. Fuck. I don't know if I have another. Maybe he does. Why would he? I don't know. Yo! Tape. I have to know what this is. What? It's happy birthday, blank. Happy 19th birthday. Enjoy while you are apartment living next year. And then it says $50 Grubhub e-gift card. Do you think he's used this yet? It's been a year. I'm not gonna worry about that. All that I am, all that I ever will be. Ooh, $50. Oh, this is just fucking chapstick. Not. Oh, there's a lot of goodies in there actually. A Bucky's gift card. Amazon gift card. He's not gonna use these, dude. I could 100% take one of these. He hasn't been in the apartment for 3 months. There's no way he remembers, like, oh, I had a Bucky's, Amazon, and Dick's gift card. I have to find.
Damn it.
God, there's just nothing here. There's just nothing here. I'll be right back. There's something in my room, probably. I gotta put these back. All that I am, all that I ever will be. Here he comes, here he comes. That was funny? Yeah. Talk. Oh, that's him. You definitely can't hear it. There's like a door. It's right next to my apartment door. Okay. Kind of. Oh, we got motion. Oh, whoa. It's smudged. What the hell am I doing? A baseball player. God damn it. Oh, that's gonna be flipped, isn't it? I wrote baseball player, if you couldn't tell. Is 2.8 meters away from home base, and he's traveling at a velocity of 4.5 meters per second. His coefficient of friction, kinetic friction, the good one, between the player's clothes and the ground, N, they wrote N, not is. I guess people don't give a shit about grammar in physics world. In, come on, that's a delta tau, whatever, 0.3. How do we solve? How do we solve? How do we solve? How do we solve? How do I solve? Great question. All I am, all I ever will be. Okay. I have here that you can find the S That's a new train. I haven't heard that one before. How do I do this? Actually, how do I do this? Because we don't know the mass of the dude, do we? No. So it's not like I can take the normal force and then subtract the force of friction. It's been an hour. It has been an hour. It's not like I can take the normal force and subtract it by the force of friction. So what can I do? 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 This is bad. I should know how to do this. I mean, I can try mass times velocity squared equals divided by the radius. What does that even give me? But then I would have to equal that to the s times the normal force. What? Fuck. I've never had a problem like this. Every time there's a problem, I have to ask, Lord forgive me, AI, how to do this. You're not watching me cheat, by the way, because it's a practice problem, so. What's up, man? Comma. If I wanted to find if a baseball player could travel 2.8 meters at a speed of 4.5 meters per second, and the coefficient of kinetic friction between the player's clothes and the ground is 0.3, how would I do that? And it's gonna be like, this is so easy. Hey, to figure out if a player can slide that full in 2.8 meters, you need to calculate their stopping distance using kinetic friction and the acceleration, and compare it to 2.8 meters. Normal force, but we don't know the player's weight. We don't know the player's weight, so how the hell am I supposed to know that? Do we know the player's weight? No. What? 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 The mass cancels out? What the fuck? Masses cancel out. That's weird. I don't like that. So, just to catch up what we've been doing, I am using AI to try and solve this problem. Oh my god, what? Let's put some shit on my ass. Don't do that. F K is equal to tau times, oh wait, kinetic friction times the normal force, which is mass times gravity, which is equal to tau K times, stop fucking, mass and gravity, because Fn equals that. And then using Newton's second law, F equals ma, we know that f, god damn it, m a, not g, a is equal and the masses cancel out. That's dumb. That's so dumb. And so your acceleration is equal to the force of friction times gravity, obviously. Stop turning off. I'm trying to teach these people how to do friction. Did I write this? I think I literally wrote this on my paper. Oh, I did. Oh my god, I wrote it, but I didn't know what R meant. So I wrote AR equals tau K times G. What does AR mean? Acceleration of what? You think this looks like a cigar? No, it looks like peanuts. I can read it now. I can read the comments now. Great to know. That's wonderful, actually, to know. So the acceleration is 0.3 times 9.8, which is equal. Why does it only work at an angle? Equal to 0.3 times 9.8, which would be 2.94, and it's friction, so it's negative 2.94 meters per second. And then what? I'm so fucking stupid. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh. All right, pretend like I didn't just look it up. And obviously, we have to use the, as I said before, kinematic equation. Where our final velocity, but what the hell is the final velocity? 0 is equal to our initial velocity, squared, obviously, plus 2 times our initial acceleration, delta x. But we don't know the final velocity, so what's the point? Did I do this wrong again? No, I didn't. 0. Yeah, okay. Well, if I had to guess on an exam, it would be 0. Our initial velocity was 4.5 plus 2 times negative 2. 2.94 times, I'm guessing they want us to do 2.8. I think. Well, no, we're solving for delta x. Oh. I just got another notification. Subtract 4.5 negative 4.5 is equal to 2 times negative 2.94 times delta x. Okay, yeah. Calc. Where's my calc? Where's my calc? It's literally right here. Oh, no, negative 2.94 equal to 5.88 negative divided by negative 5.88. Negative 4.5 divided by negative 5.88 is equal, god damn it, to negative is equal to 0.76. Oh my god, I forgot to square it. I forgot to square 4.5. Why couldn't the question just be, if he's traveling at 1 meter per second, why couldn't it just be that? It's actually not 4.5, it is 20.25. Don't die on me. That's equal to negative 3.4443. What the hell does that make sense? Oh. Not negative, it's just regular 3.44. Oh, so he would go past it. He would go past it, so... Yes, okay, no. He goes right past it. Nice. Check my work. Don't act like I got help. So neat and nice. Oh, it's smearing. Who gives a shit? Who cares? Let's do another problem. Fuck out of here. What is this? Fuck out of here. All right. Well, you're all waiting for my exam. During a collision with a wall, the velocity of a 0.39 kilogram ball changes from 17.0 meters per second. Why not just say 17? Towards the wall. And then it goes this way, back off the wall at 13 meters per second. I don't know why it says 13.0. That doesn't make any sense. And the ball is in contact, so delta T, for 0.046 seconds. What is the magnitude of the average force equals question mark. Zero on the wall. So how do we find this? How do we find this? No AI. No AI. We do this without AI. 76ers style. Collision. Oh. P, momentum. P, mass. P1, P2, momentum 1, momentum 2, and then you subtract them. And then this is going towards the wall, and this we're just gonna, because it's easier, we're gonna say that the velocity going this way is negative and this way is positive. You see how I did that? Don't look at the back of my head. Don't do that. And then I said don't. Momentum is mass, so 0.34. Why am I looking back here? Where's my thing? Oh, 39. I just wrote it weird. 39. This is also 0.39. Didn't lose mass. That'd be weird. Mm, 0.39 negative. Just go ahead. Times 17 equals that, and then we're going to put 0.39 times 13. Final versus the initial. So because this is the final, it's going to be 0.39 times 13 minus 0.39, negative 0.39 times 17. And that's my favorite shirt. Oh my god, I got a little black dot on it. Here we go. 0.39 times 13 equals 5.07, subtracted by the same thing but a little different. Hi, 17 equals 6.63, and this is still negative, so we're just going to be adding. Let's see if I can do this in my head. 11.670. 11.7. I was just choking on an expo marker. God damn it. I was right the first time. Obviously, what is this? That's delta P. And then to find your average force of your impulse, no, just average force. It's this 11.7 divided by your time, which we already have the time, so 0.046 seconds. Whoa, I can't be right. Maybe it is right, but that's a huge number. 11.7 divided by 0.046 gives us 254. What mode am I in? Oh, I'm in radians mode. Hold on one sec. Does it change? I have to check. No, it doesn't change. It didn't change. So is the answer 200? Oh my god, 254.6 point, whatever the fuck, what, come on. 3.5. F average equals that. Let's check. 254 newtons. That's what I should put. 251 newtons. I'm so hungry. I thought he would be back by now, so I didn't want to. You know what? You're coming with me. No, you're not. I'm gonna make chicken nuggets. Making chicken nuggets. What should I do next? What should I, Nunk, do next? I don't think I have any Caesar dressing, but if I do, oh. Rest in peace, Alan Nascimento. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know his name. Rest in peace. Oh shit, I had a TikTok comment kind of go off. Not on my Nunk account, because I don't have a Nunk account, because I don't want anyone to know that I am Nunk. I got 6 likes. It was a post that said, brand new day, but Chicago edition. And then someone said, hear me out. What about a Spider-Man variant from Chicago? Interesting choice, because it makes sense. We need someone from Chicago to represent. And I commented, would he be a Cubs or White Sox fan? 6 likes. And this guy, Carson, said Cubs fits his color scheme, which is so true. That's very true. And what the hell? I got rated. This guy said Cubs for sure, and he got 19 likes. Why am I not getting likes? And then Juan said, definitely not. Spider-Man is a broke teen living with his aunt and uncle. That's not some North Side she. That makes sense. All right, whatever. I call this deconstructed, you can't see it, deconstructed Caesar salad, chicken Caesar salad. And don't worry, the lettuce is clean. I had it for lunch this morning. Technically morning, it was like 11:30. So here we go. Chicken nugget, frozen chicken nugget from the microwave. Let me get two, actually. Oh. It's been an hour and 26 minutes. What is this guy? What are they eating? Like Thanksgiving? All right. This is gonna be really disgusting. Or not. I'm gonna turn around. I only got one chicken nugget there. I didn't get any lettuce. All right.
They had a mouth beer just ranking a lot of
When you're watching a video on TikTok, but you notice the hashtags. Classic. Next. This is actually, I don't know, it's a weird post. Illusion. What song is that?
I hate it in here. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I hate it.
Oh, but I bought fruit today. I just pulled out a ton of gay men. Look! What is the best YouTube channel? Jake Paul, for sure. Could you imagine if I did that? Oh my god, could you imagine if I did that? I'd use
Oh. Oh, happy National BAM Day. God, I can't believe I'm doing work on National BAM Day.
going up.
Logan Paul. I think I do a video on that one. Good Lord, dude. The Cubs are going up against the... What? What? The Cubs traded Mo? I didn't know that. The, Fuck, man. You know what?
What is going on? Sorry about that. Yes, I...
It do matter! It do matter! It do matter! I don't know why I keep getting these videos. It's just a video of a woman and she's eating a french fry and crying. Oh, there goes my charger. I'm crying. Shout out Biggie Cheese.
Hey, we're gonna switch them.
Like you never. Ooh. Elbaf Shame has risen. He's so cool. Loki. I haven't watched the episode yet. Oh no! This guy's a crazy take. Oh my god, there's a fly here. Get out. Say what you want about the Odyssey. I still think it gets mogged by Obsession this year. Obsession is actually an original idea and not based off some old book like the Odyssey. Plus, a first-time director pretty much beat every box office record and didn't have to use IMAX as a crotch to make more money. Plus, the Odyssey was mid. Who is this guy? I still think Project Hail Mary is the best movie of this year.
First day at pads. Everyone ready to go? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Go ahead and open it up, guys.
Update on Calvin on Guy Force.
It's really the status quo. We're taking it day by day right now, but we're working through it. He's working hard with this rehab, and it should be on the shorter side here.
Specifics of
It's just a soft tissue deal. Yeah.
The obvious stuff when the pads come out of the trenches. Are there other things you like to look at, specifically with positions or drills or whatever, that like when pads come out, you get a closer look at certain things?
Yeah, I mean, certainly.
Whoa,
we got
fuck.
one-on-one.
The Cubs just went down 3-0, dude. Oh god. I fucking love this guy, man.
Well, where are we going? Burger King! I have a mobile order. What's your name? Rebecca. Thank you. Don't forget Crown! I won't. I'll ask for two so we can still keep our matching. Right, it's a mobile order. Yeah. Could I please have two of the paper crowns? Thank you. Thanks. And what's for the crowns? Okay. Got dark out while we were leaving. I was gonna have us eat outside, but.
Oh my god, dude. Whoever the fuck Rebecca is, dude. This is
What am I talking
scary.
about? We're gonna eat in the car like we always do. Alright.
You have to watch
Come on
that.
up here. Alright, so crown for me, crown for you. Here, can we get a little smaller?
Fucking doll. Oh, it's a doll.
That's as small as it gets, but cute.
No. No, I thought it was weird. Oh, it's weird. I don't like that.
People just get high to numb themselves so they won't feel certain things. When you get to a certain point.
again. Seriously, Joe. I don't know. He's trying to.
Yo, they left a TV out there and then they just stood there. Oh shit. Boop.